Oh, hello there, YouTube viewers. I'm basically just sitting back, having a drink, slightly killing time, and I decided, hey, what the hell, I'll do this follow-up to that Doctor Who video. So, when I did the commentary on the Snowmen, I couldn't really say a whole lot. But it's alright because I'd also only seen it for the first time, and it's good to be able to rewatch a video and look at details that you missed before. Um, I think of what I really want to say. It hasn't already been said repeatedly by several other people. I guess overall it doesn't leave a whole lot. I mean, I've heard all of the speculation, as I'm sure everyone watching this has, about the possible significance of her mentioning fish. Personally, I think that that one's a little bit of a stretch. I think that's just something that's really more coincidental. I could be wrong. Maybe there's some plot involving fish, but I haven't seen anything that makes me think so personally. I did notice as well that when Clara had kissed the doctor that there was this weird freakish electrical stuff going on, and if you've been watching enough videos then you know from various different episodes that they've had different light shows at parts where like a candle would flicker or a light bulb or what have you not. So, in all honesty, I think that means something, but I'm not even going to begin to say what. I have no clue, and I'm fine not having a clue. Sometimes surprises are a good thing, so we'll see. As far as Clara herself goes, as you know from seeing my other videos, I did not expect that she actually was Oswin. That was an interesting twist. And I like how they did it so far. I don't know what to say about her. I don't think that, oh, she's going to turn out to be a Time Lord. I'm sure that that one's going to go around sooner or later. She'll either be Romana or the Rani, depending on with whom you speak at any given time. But I'm not so sure that she's human. Again, I don't think that she's Gallifreyan, Time Lady, or not, but I'm not 100% sure that she'll really be human. She could, who knows, but she's definitely weird. She's something that should not be. I know that when Tara replied on here, she said that she thought that it was the flesh. Yeah, I can see her reasoning on it. I don't personally think so. I think that Stephen Moffat's not going to use the flesh for such a significant character again this soon. I wouldn't put it past him doing it another time, but I don't see it happening yet. Hold on one second. Anyway, now with regard to where they're going with things, I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen. I'm really kind of at the seat of my pants and wishing that it was already spring. But beyond that, I don't really know what to expect, and that's kind of a cool thing. The only thing that I've thought of in terms of where they might be going with the plot, and I want to see more before I say that I solidly think that this is definitely it, is that the Great Intelligence is behind a lot of what we've been seeing going on. Or what we've seen going on. Sorry, I've been at the drinks tonight. But the reason that I say this is really formed by nothing more than mere speculation when I saw how they reintroduced the Great Intelligence, and in fact, clearly the Doctor set up everything into which his second incarnation is going to run. He set up the events really both for the Abominable Snowmen and for the Web of Fear. The map of the 1967 London Underground. You know, I'm kind of stuck on something. I don't know if the Doctor really fully consciously realized what the Great Intelligence was, in which case, if he did, then the map was extremely intentional and was to guarantee that that's where he'd pop up again. However, I don't think that was the case. I think that he just came up with it as something clever to keep it confused and aimed at something ultimately unimportant, without realizing where he was setting things to go. The reason that I think this is more likely is that later on into the episode, toward the end there, he actually states aloud the Great Intelligence and asks why that's so familiar to him. I mean, considering that it's the better part of his 1200 or whatever the hell it actually is now, a year lifespan ago that happened, it makes sense that he might not remember it clearly. So anyway, my thought on it is that he may have set up more than that. It may be that it was the great intelligence that took control of the TARDIS and actually helped destroy it before. And it makes sense. It would have to be something really powerful, and I know that for a long time, a lot of Whovians, myself included, were saying that, hey, this might be Omega, and here's reasons why, but, you know, the more that I'm watching, I just don't see Stephen Moffat actually using Omega. It would be cool to see him come back, but I don't. And the great intelligence could clearly detect that of the Doctor. In fact, in the Web of Fear, he was actually trying to take control of the Doctor and absorb his mind, and of course the Doctor had some big plan to reverse it on him that got shot down, but that's a whole other story. So I think that what's going to ultimately happen is that we're going to find out that ever since all of then he's been scheming and plotting, and yeah, ultimately it's going to be some big trap for the Doctor, and we'll find out that even blowing up the TARDIS was him. So if I'm wrong later on, well, I won't blame the alcohol, I'll just blame being a dumbass and getting this plot wrong like I've had with several others. So let's sit back, watch, and see what happens, and enjoy the upcoming series. I think that the remainder of Series 7 is going to be really good. I think I'm going to like it more than the first half. And yeah, tell me what you think. Maybe you think that I'm nuts, maybe you agree, maybe you're undecided, whatever. Just throw in a reply and we'll bullshit back and forth.